Pennsylvania. We come up one at a time. Everyone's going to come over here, introduce themselves, tell us about what their plans are for crushing the competition. And just like you've had all during the week, there's a gauntlet station set up right over there. And so if you want to be the first one up, let's see who can show us some moves. Let's welcome in Infinite Mystery to the Gauntlet stage. Let's come over here, tell us about how you're feeling about these games.
The game's still not so bad. Probably my biggest issue is going to be either speed and Sonic or staying alive against the boss and actors. But other than that, I might as well put a timer on the board now before I start seeing 2 minutes. Just to put a for every place.
Before we come into this, have you done any speedruns of any of these games that are on the schedule?
Yes. All with exception of ActRaiser for these 4.
Alright, ActRaiser, one of the launch titles for the Super Nintendo. Not super common besides PJ. I think not a lot of people have been speedrunning in recent years. But good luck, and why don't you go ahead and show us what you can do here. Jumping in whenever for this gauntlet, you've got 2 extra lives to take deaths on potentially. Each life that you have at the end of the event is going to be worth 10 bonus seconds. Let's see how Negative 2 here goes. Looks like we're going with the Air Buster, so this is going to be a little way to get those enemies that are up high, so you don't have to worry about getting the few shooter out here. It's a nice clean jumps over all those lava pits. Very dangerous low instant death here. We do have the first use of the rush jet. See a nice little skip here. Got rush jet perfect height there going all the way across. And screen 2 is the final screen for Mega Man 2. Takes in item 3, gets through there very quickly, 4 seconds under par. Alright, now let's see how the game that you haven't done speedrun before looks like for ActRaiser here. First half of the stage, all about just crushing through these enemies. You're not stopping, you're not slowing down. There is a health refill halfway through, so you can damage boost as much as you need to. And right after this mini boss here, we get to advance into the second half of the stage. So for this, we're choosing to take the platform slide down. It's a little slower to do the jump, but it can be safer depending on how you're doing with landing down there. And it's important to have as much help as possible for this boss here at the end. It is a really tough boss for the first level of the game. There's the lightning going out. Good time to mow down the enemies. Ooh. One hit away. But can he save this? Oh, so close. Alright, it's okay, we've got an extra life here. So again, extra life, 10 seconds only at the end of this, but you do get 2 tries in here for each of these playthroughs. Let's get a big clean first half of the stage, picks up the health. Let's see if we get a little bit of health more for the boss in this time around. Oh, takes the backup bonus health. So we've got 4 health going in the boss here. This boss has got 2 different attacks. The charges up the lightning. You want to see the lightning for the most part. No gravity. We got 2 seconds under par. Very good. Now to Sonic 2. This one's going to be interesting to see how optimized people get this game, because Sonic's a game where you've got to go really fast.
Yeah, I know that's not the intent, but...
Alright, we got the speed shoes here. And the invincibility as well. Let's see which route you choose to go on this series. Generally favors people going up on the high routes. The hurry up level doing better you are, and there we go. 5 seconds under 5. So far under 5 all 3 of the games. The last we've got Castlevania for the NES. And this thing starts you in with pretty much where you'd be at for the speedrun for here, coming into the 3rd level of the game. It says stage 7 because Castlevania breaks things up into smaller blocks. For those that have played this game, this is the level that ends with the big mummy fight. This is going to be these birds here. Oh, it takes the death going down there. And one more try on it. Pick up the triple water there. You just have double water, which is the number of times that you can have the sun up and off the screen at once. So going up to triple gives you one more throw of those. Stage, we're trying to screen to one people in there, and goes in the pit again. The good news is, you can try the gauntlet again. There's the practice sessions over in the back if you want to grind out one of those games. And if our second contestant wants to come on here, head on down over to our little commentary here. Sit on the other side so that you can get a little more easily.
Okay. Hello, Peter Apple here. I've been practicing all the gauntlets. I'm happy. It's probably my favorite part to you, to be honest. It's you picking.
Is there a game here that you think is going to be your strongest game?
Oh yeah, Mega Man 2, I can easily crank a 34.
Well, let's see you do it. Go on over there. Challenge the gauntlet here.
Good luck, Peter. Thanks, Eugene.
And good luck, Peter, on this run. He is off immediately into this playthrough. Going with the classic Buster here. On this level of the speedrun, we typically wouldn't have a bunch of weapons. We gave the contestants different options they can try and play with to see if there was something that suited their play style more. Here we see the item 2 going across. Very clean going through there. It's tricky on getting that height just right. It's too high, you hit the ceiling. It's too low, you bump the platform. Very good on the item 3 as well. Almost 10 seconds under par for that Mega Man fight win. Now let's see how ActRaiser goes. Of the 4 games in this set, this is the game I expected the fewest number of people to have had any real practical speedrunning experience for. I've seen a lot of people trying this game over the week. Alright, you go after you do the jump down with taking the platform. Did hit the spikes, but only 1 damage from those, I think 2 damage from most of the regular enemies. Up against the boss here, let's see how you do. They're keeping it close, trying to bait out that lightning attack, which is more favorable than the charge attack. The boss is invulnerable during the first half of the charge, so it slows you down 2 seconds under par, so we're doing pretty good here so far. And now on the Sonic 2. Expecting most of the players here to take those speed shoes. It really helps out in this stage. We're now currently in one of the lower sections of the game, so you see a lot of obstacles. Now bumped up to the upper section here. And across solid time there, 27 seconds on Sonic 2. And just to set our first leaderboard time here with a completion of Castlevania. To whip all the gremlins. In this playthrough, you set them up with a long whip. For the speedrun, you typically only have the short whip during this point, which makes doing those gremlins a significantly bit tougher. We're giving people a little bit of break here, and on the bird section, uses the stairs as a nice way to soak up some damage there. Doesn't get bumped back by the skeleton, and for our final time here, good job here. We've got a new record on our Gauntlet leaderboard. They'll be hanging out in first place for the time being, 2:08.55. Now, who thinks they can challenge that? Come up here, Z-Wing. You've been in this gauntlet the entire week. So we've only shown 4 games here in the gauntlet. There were 16 games during the week. Did you have a favorite of those 16 games?
I mean, funny enough, probably Activision. I mean, I've never played it in my life, and it was really difficult when I started, but it was pretty fun.
And I mean, you're someone that definitely knows Super Nintendo games really well. You were doing at this marathon F-Zero, which was one of the games in our gauntlet.
Yes.
How was this experience kind of coming through, being different than normal speedrunning for you?
It's a great way to get people into speedrun. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the hardest in the world, but when you have like a little quick challenge like this, it's like anybody can just come over here and like try the game out. You know, see how it works.
Awesome. Well, let's see if you can beat 2:08 on our leaderboard here.
That's actually a good time.
Good luck.
It's gonna be tough. All right.
Alright, so he's up in menu here. So a lot of people practicing different strategies here, but there is a couple of key things that seem to really gel in. This is the faster item 2 strat. Don't bet you have to have a good setup here for it to work out though. Still enough item 2 though to get through all of this platform at the end, so you jump up all of those little hops. Screen 2 looks like we are going to have item 3 use up here. We're going to go for the backup wall. There we go. Second try on that. So we're under par, but 3.8 seconds behind our leader right now. Going to have to make up some time here on ActRaiser. Slipping through those enemies with ease. This game does not give you a lot of invincibility frames, so notice that when you take a hit here, very, very quickly you're back to your normal state. You can take another hit on the enemies to really chain and combo you if they get the opportunity to. Awesome. Evil Mr. Tree there, and down to our boss. As you see, we take a position on the right-hand side of the boss. This seems to trigger the lightning attack to happen more often, which is great. It's going to be at least 1 charge there, and with a 4.3 under par, that is now good enough to be ahead of our first place time on the leaderboard. Interesting breaking the speed tube monitor from the side there and then up and bounce on top and taking very, very high route through here. For those high routes generally extremely strong, and that was a very, very strong Sonic 2 time there. The final game goes zooming currently ahead of our best leaderboard time. And see screen 1 there, opting not to take the boost on the ground, but still getting past the bird just fine. Tanks the bird. Ooh, and it's a high bird in the second bit. Unfortunately, going to take a death there. Just going to have to go for a second try here on Castlevania. Let's see if this time goes better. Well, it's most useless meat dropping there. I have no idea why meat is on the very first screen of this level. Because we have a really tough time with this gremlins, you might need it. Again, getting a hybrid, but this time recovering. But down to the skeleton platform across for a final time of 2:16. That's with a 10-second penalty for the death, so you would have been in first place if not for that death. Looking like it is going to be just coming down to a clean run there. So let's get our next contestant up here. And over have a little chat about how you've been doing with the Gauntlet so far this week. So tell us who you are.
I am Captain Caveman 910. I predominantly run NES games, so I have a little bit of familiarity with Mega Man 2 and Castlevania. I've run a couple of the Big 20 events for Best of NES, so I have at least a working, race-ready knowledge for those two events. ActRaiser and Sonic 2 were definitely introductions to me. ActRaiser introduced to me as a game entirely. I've owned a copy for 10 years and I've never played it a single time, which is probably the case for a lot of retro gamers and retro collectors that have plenty of games in that backlog. Sonic 2 I've played a lot casually, but never been really introduced to any of the speed strats.
And since this is a competition where you got to get things on the first try, basically, any different strategies that you use compared to how you would approach these games normally?
Yeah, I would say that the survival thing you saw right there, the how critical it is to try to get through the run with all 3 lives. That 10-second penalty is a big deal. So if I'm going to take it a little bit safer, not treat it the same way I would treat PB attempts, and just make sure that I get through. I mean, right now, guaranteed a minimum of a bronze if I get through it up to this point. So that's the aim for now.
All right, well, good luck, and let's see how you do on the Gauntlet.
All right.
Start off here, Mega Man 2 using the metal cut blade. This has got a nice directionality to it. You can aim in 8 directions for this blade, allowing you to get to enemies that might be in obscure places. A really great safety strap for Go through because you can use this so many times on one bar. Alright, it's okay, you got those extra lives. Gonna give Mega Man 2 a second try here. Pretty clean going across. Let's see if we do item 2 strategies here as well. Looks like it's going to be pretty similar. Item 2 all the way across. That was a little bit too high, so you notice that it flipped off on the ceiling, but able to recover, get back up on those platforms. And doing item 3 here for our second screen. Gets through there no problem. So nobody's taken the blocks, which are kind of a recurring Mega Man staple. But because you got those rush items, that allows you to skip over some of those aspects. On to ActRaiser here now. So far, 2 seconds under par. ActRaiser is really not a game where you can get significantly under this par time, but it is important to get really clean on that boss fight and with good movement. I've seen people get down like a 48, 49 second time on this. Alright, going across through the jumps there. Tips to go back to the blue. Off to do the brambles instead, and now let's see how we do on our boss of this level. Getting some good hits in here. We've got more charges now. When you're in the boss's hitbox like that, do this. You really fast takes that lock and that's really famous. It's okay, you got one more try here. Good news is that the first half level damage pretty much irrelevant thanks to the full health refills this game throws at you. They got a lot of damage goes through that. Down to the lower screen, it's a good air tree this time. That's for one bounce there. Off to take the backup health, which is always a good idea if you've had a bunch of hits in there. For as much health as you can get coming into this boss, it's very tough for a first level boss. He's got a little behind the centaur. So he's got a good position for getting a bunch of hits and see if he gets the lightning attack baited out there. There it is. Oh, so close on it. The good news is we got those practice stations back there.
I'll be back.
Run that Razor. We'll see you again. Let's bring up our next contestant here. Back for a second try. We got infinite history. Let's see what you've done differently after that first try there. Got some de-resting, it sounds like. Now we're going to see this run through. So simply opting for the metal blades here. Both metal and air are very strong on this stage, given that you've got enemies that are in unconventional spots for Mega Man. Does really well with things to the left and the right, not so well with things that are above it. Let's switch a little bit. It looks like that's on one of their a little bit. So that's to do a second run, including the rest of that crossing. Screw 2 here. It'll be another increase. And a little bit too high on that first one. But gets the second one over there. That is Mega Man complete this time. No deaths on there. Has 2 lives for the rest of the gauntlet to work with. So let's see how you do on ActRaiser. Past that tricky B, I think when we see more people with great strategies for dealing with that will be most people just choose to damage boost right through it. And the second half level. I can take the platform slide down there, but it's a clean jump over. There's the apple refill. Full health, eliminate the boss here. Good luck. This has been a tough boss for a lot of people. That's why the second shine is coming through. Just burn that boss down. 3 hits to go. But wasn't able to clinch it out. On to second life here. Very nice start here in Fillmore Act 1 so far. I believe us to be deceptively tricky. You're trying to get a hit coming in mid-air. It's really across there to save having to jump up 1 extra time. We're down the slide. Wait, I think we'll shoot all the way across. Yep, there we go. Into our boss one more time. Alright, there's that lightning attack. We hope to see that because we can get a lot of hits in while he's doing that lightning. Also can duck out the way of those charges if you're able to sneak one in there. And there we go, we got 2 games down. Sonic 2 coming up. Now this one people have been going really fast on so far. We'll see which route we end up taking on here for this time around. Right, up across all the springs, over the invincibility monitor, and gently staying along those high routes through there. Has that troll backward spring and 3 games down. Got Castlevania to go here. Good luck cleaning over those bird pets. 1 more game hit on the leaderboard. Alright, opting for watering those gremlins. In Castlevania, holy water, a very powerful sub-weapon. I can see it in speedruns to just meltdown those bosses. On screen 2 here. Also use it to melt down those birds. Taking advantage of the invincibility while standing on staircases for half that. Get left. And makes it in there. Third place time. 2:53. Great job on there. Got a couple of games to go and grind the practice area. Why don't you come over here and give us a little bit of an update on what you were working on in the practice area? You played good time up on the board.
I was trying to. I screwed up the route for Sonic 2. It should have been 3 seconds faster, so I just warmed up on that. And also I learned that you can get the first attack on the after the boss done shooter, just go to the left.
Well, let's see those new techniques we picked up in the practice area. We'll see if we get a new record time here. Let's go past a classic Buster only Mega Man music. Just rolling those enemies down and then switches over into the rush items. See, that's a good height. A little bit too high. Gonna have to take a back up there to get across to the second platform. It's still saving time, but we'll have to do the jumps all the way up. And do there. Perfect deployment. Gets up in the first try. Very strong time. 9 seconds under par, but 1 second behind the leaderboard time. So see that new ActRaiser tech makes up that 1 second difference. So I think we're very quick on the first stage. Into the second half though, let's see whether or not that boss goes well. The boss is 90% of the execution that this stage has. Does have a little bit of damage going in there, which is one less hit that you can take across here. It starts off strong, and gets over to the right hand side, which seems to be working better for our contestants. Still gets a charge in though. So down to the last little bit of damage, and one more charge. Still under par, but has some work to do to make up time here. 2 seconds to make up in order to get back into the top spot. And with Sonic 2, you can move really, really fast in this game. There's those speed shoes picking up the top round again. Very smooth execution there. It's looking like a strong Sonic 2 time, and yes, 10 seconds under cars. Now ahead of the top of the leaderboard spot by 2.4 seconds. Castlevania, can you hold this out? Grabs the beat, but having a little bit of a grumble and struggle there. We'll see if that is going to be clean enough on the first screen to keep in the lead here. And third water, we get throw left. Glasper is cooperating, and it looks like 1 second behind. Second place here with a 2:09. We'll have to have some more contestants come up here and try this gauntlet. Who wants to be next to challenge it?
I didn't want to, yeah. I got it. If you want to go second, if you want to go your second, then I'll go my second.
All right, I'll go next.
All right, Steven's doing for a second try. Come on up here. Give us a little speech about things that you have worked on in that practice area since that first try.
Mega Man 2.
That was it? Just Mega Man 2?
I mean, a little bit of everything, but Mega Man 2, I mean, despite me being a Mega Man runner, I'm used to Mega Man 6. I've never really tried any other, so it's a little harder a time for me. So that's my practice session.
That was classic Mega Man games. It was very unpredictable. Let's see how you do on here. Heading over there. Good luck on being 2:08.55 here for the time. We're seeing some really intense mashing on these Mega Man runs. Because of the items that you have in your inventory, mashing is optional, but it is the fastest route through there.
That's hard.
Doesn't pick up the early item 2 skip, but does get the second item 2 skip going all the way across there. Good first room, second room to finish off here with item 3. There's a first try and with a minus 9.3 under par, just a little bit behind our leader here so far. The game is giving people a lot of struggles. This was probably the hardest of the 4 Genesis games that we had during the week. Some of the other ones that we had besides Sonic 2, we've got Sonic 3 and Alicia Dragoon. Those ones were, for the most part, new to a lot of our players here. So we got to try those over the course of the last couple of days. Coming in here too with our Boston Actraiser. Gets a good position on him. Let's see if we get that lightning attack made out. It's going to be a charge here for the second one. But still in good control, has a significant health range on the boss, which is what you want to see there. Gets through there 1.6 seconds under par, but still a little behind our first place leaderboard time here. Sonic 2 is going to be where you can get potentially the chance to make this up. Ooh, slips all the way down to the very bottom round here, so this is going to be tough to recover from with no speed shoes.
I don't even know this round. This is new territory for me. Not fast enough.
We're going to miss with the shield. We got hopefully a route to the finish. Let's just start converging in with those top routes that we can see with most of the other runs. Yeah, we can go from the very top route and see the middle route here. Goes around to our big loop with the troll spray at the end.
That's why you stick to the top.
Lost 50 seconds on there. Now, if you get 20 seconds under par on Castlevania, I think you still can do the C-Wing. So, just got to get some skips in there. Maybe some out of bounds glitches.
Yeah, maybe some ace.
This will be good practice for another run up here later on. Screen tier. These birds are deceptively tricky because they move very unpredictably. You've got a whole bunch of different patterns that they can choose from. It's not the same position or pattern every single time. It is a 2:34 4-back playthrough. Always go right back to the practice room.
Absolutely.
Let's get our next player up here.
It's just me.
Whoever wants to jump on in and let people go as many times as they want to. Just wait for the lines to get. And if you want to go right on up there,
Right up
get some redemption, get that leaderboard time on there.
Right.
Let's see how you do. Alright, there's the metal strap again. Yeah, this is a fairly good, safe strap because you've got so much more aiming capability than Mega Man's traditional weapons. That really helps out when you're having to dodge those enemies and also not fall in a lot at the same time, which the power to make extra tricky when those drop down. Alright, here's on to see if that's high enough. Looks like we crashed into the side of the first platform, so take it back up over to platform 2. Let item 3 our way up the side. 43 seconds on Mega Man. You're under par here. Just got to keep that up for 3 more games. And a really solid time here. The way that we do pars on the Speedrun Gauntlet is basically, this is about what you can expect to get with 20, 30 minutes of practice over the practice rooms, even if you've never played the game before. You got an introductory first time to shoot for. You can see our contestants generally going under par or even sometimes way under those pars once they get those advanced speedrun strats down. And so far, Acquisition has been one of the tricky spots here. Alright, back to tree hands. Right, go with the backup, just gonna go across the brambles on foot. Going for our boss here. Let's see how this one goes. Alright, takes the charge by backtracking over the left. Does end up getting the lightning attack, but we need to a little bit vulnerable here. With second charge. Can we survive long enough? There's 4 hits left. 3, 2, 1, and 1 hit away. Gets taken down by the boss there. Let's go second life. It's only a 10-second penalty. Still able to come back from this. Let's see how things go in the second half of this stage. Now, some people would actually skip that health. I think that's probably not a great idea considering how close some of these boss fights can get. But it would technically be a tiny bit faster if you were very, very confident in your boss fight. Good 2 hits there in the start. Gets the charge knocked out. Great opening here. It will start burning this boss down. It gets another charge to deal with. Let's turn over to the other side. We're currently at on health versus the boss. And squeaking through here, we've got Acquisition down, Sonic 2 coming up next. Good luck on this one. Sonic 2 is a game where it's difficult to die, but very difficult to go fast. So you have to have lots of backup shots. Nice bounces off those monitors. This is a really good Sonic 2 run. Start off some of those pro strats right there. And coming across with a 28.57, very solid time on Sonic 2. Right back into it for the competition versus our leaderboard time. And Castlevania here just needs to get up through this second stage and past the birds. Screen goes really well. I haven't seen anybody do the Gremlin boost yet. Not required, but definitely an exciting technique to see in Castlevania game doing the boost. And unfortunately, bird number 1 with the clock taken down. We do have 1 final life there left to go. Gremlin is taking a vacation going up the side of that wall right there. I have no idea what that Gremlin's doing. He is definitely very angry right now. Alright, right out of it, yeah. You've got red bit of health.
Yeah, this is not it.
First been one, you can't take a hit here. Gotta play it safe on these birds. One more?
Yeah.
No, couldn't quite do it. Last bird knockout. Looks like you got a couple of things to work on over in the practice area. We'll see if anybody else is ready for their next try. I see somebody running in. Peter is back. Peter is looking to try and top that 208. Good luck. So far, a couple of really strong runs in here. Let's see if this is the run that sets a new record time on this leaderboard. So we're going really low and they're going to do a great angle to get it to go all the way across. Legally go over both those platforms now, falling on the ceiling. Screen 2, excellent job with the item 3. 10.9 seconds under par. That's a very strong time for Mega Man. Isn't that crazy? Look at a strong time here as well. Alright, opting to get a couple of swings there in on the mini boss. Screen 2. A little bit short on jump away from brambles, but still faster than taking the platform slide down there. As the brambles, we're down 2 health here for this boss. That's one less hit that you can take at the end. Just gonna go right into the face. That's a nice way to stop the boss's charge. It's still slow for the windup, but coming in there with 2.3 seconds under par is remaining ahead of his current time leaderboard time. So we'll see how things go on Sonic 2. See, a lot of people take that spring across, but I think it's slightly slower, but not by a major factor, and it makes it a little bit easier to get onto the platform with the speed shoes. There's that middle route that I don't think we've seen anybody take. We'll pop it up to the upper route. Gets through there, no problem. Rolling it on Sonic 2, but now 1.7 seconds to make up on Castlevania. Can you do it? Take a second jump up there, take a third jump up there. Those gremlins are really moving at times. But again, so are these birds. Alright, using the stair there to avoid knockback. It's a good third bird. Gets past the skeleton end. And they find time of 2:12. That is third place on our leaderboard. Another solid run in there. You want to jump in and go for redemption here?
Absolutely, at this point.
You want to see you get a time up on that leaderboard.
I gotta finish, I gotta get a time up there. I need to get a time up there while there's still 9:59s up there, so.
This is your time to
Oh,
shine.
wait, when does this end? How long do we have until?
We're planning to go about 7 o'clock.
Got it.
Gonna see some air shots here, so this is scary to get those drops coming down there. A lot easier for targeting the enemies than using your buster. And that's for the item 2, it's going to be a little bit too high, so we'll back up there onto the second platform. Still very free going across there. They're going to be easily under par on Mega Man. Good first game through there. Got 3 more to go, including that Activator boss that's been giving me some problems today. Getting past on mini boss, no problems there. Probably not enough health to even think about skipping that one. I've seen people do it around 4 to 5 health, but personally, I would just take the health every single time. Alright, 4 pips taken off there for the second part of the stage. That's 2 less hits you can take here on this boss fight. And then we got about halfway down. We're going for a charge. I'll take one more hit. I'm going to play it safe. And unfortunately, just at the very end, give it a try. Use one of those extra lives. You also use those strategically because it's a 10-second penalty. You feel like you have more than 10 seconds to save on a second try. Some people opt to do that when they have gotten a bad start to a particular game. So like the risk versus reward that you want to have for carrying some safeties into later games for it. There's a little bit long because on top of the first tree, second tree, looks like we're getting the backup health there. Doesn't get the backup health.
Well, if I would have just grabbed it.
We will see how this boss goes. Even without your full health, you still can win this fight. Just got to be really efficient, burning this guy down as fast as you can. Ooh, we got lightning the second time, and good enough to get through there. 1 minute end of frame on the ActRaiser. And sometimes that frame is all that you need. Alright, so this is going to be the bottom path on Sonic 2. So no speed shoes. Let's see if our contestant has practiced navigating through the lower stretches of our Sonic 2 level. Coming up back to our middle stretch. This is where you can opt to go to the very high route if you want to, or go down to the bottom if you want to stick down here. One last bit to go. This is almost at the end of Sonic 2. And that means almost at the beginning of Castlevania. We're just trying to get time on the leaderboard. You guys got an extra life in reserve.
On board for now.
There's some news to me. There we go. That's how you use that mean effectively.
Yes.
Gets past the bone. First screen is done. Now let's see how you do on the birds here. Good start to screen 2. Opt to take the second one with the stairs. Past the birds. Can we get past the bone? And we can. It is a 3:01 7th place time on there, but we've got plenty more time to do runs here. Work on some of those levels in practice. And doing you back to try again.
Absolutely.
Peter's been putting up a lot of really strong times on that leaderboard.
Yes. That's
Yeah, if you are all set and ready to go, we will give you another shot at claiming that first place position. Good luck. Here is Mega Man 2. Two people are really good at matches and we can start getting the hits into the right up into the faces of those hoppers. Go for this other 2 skip again. It is fast if you can get that all the way across. See people try and despawn those vents to get a little bit of extra clearance space in there. But still a very clean 34 time on that game too. Strong start to there and ahead of the first place time currently. Just got to get through 3 more games without any deaths. Also, if you go really, really fast in those 2 games. Past that mini boss, here comes Ops to skip the health here. This is our first competitor to skip the health there. With only 2 pips down, this is potentially a nice half-second time savings or so. It makes this boss just a tiny bit more risky. Closing in there, gets that lightning attack out there. That's what you want to see. Keeping up in his face seems to cause lightning attack timing more often. There we go. Very good accuracy time. 50 seconds on there. It's only about 2 seconds off of the really super optimized ones, so that's a very good performance. Sonic 2. This has been a hit or miss type of game. We've seen people that have gotten amazing bounces like this. Doesn't chain all the way across there, but it's a very strong start to the level. Across with a 22-second time.
Practicing that a lot.
Alright, if you can get through this, no deaths,
No pressure.
no random problems. This is going to be first place on our leaderboard. You've got one screen to go, no pressure.
No pressure at all.
Bird's been watered, the bones have been whipped. Ops to use the stare for the second bird. Third bird though.
I've never seen that bird.
He claims that bird was not in the game before. Could have been past him. Let's see the redemption shot. Still opportunity to get a very strong time here on the second try. Hang up on the screen too. Where does the bird go this time?
I need to figure this out.
Doesn't trust those birds at all. Probably good policy. Past the skeleton, it is a 2:15. Is that 1 second faster?
PB, yeah.
That is
1 second.
PB for the day.
Yeah.
Fourth place overall. An opportunity for our next competitor to go up there. Peter, you gonna go for another crack at getting that first place time?
Yep.
He is ready. I think Peter has been in the Gauntlet area 8 hours a day, every day this week for all of Awesome Games Done Quick. It's great to see people that are really getting into this. It's a great time to pick up a game that you might never have heard of. Maybe you haven't played it. Maybe you've always wanted to try it. With only 30 to 60 seconds, there's not that much you have to learn. And there's plenty of people around that can go and help you out on these stages. Very clean pickup with our number 3, 10 seconds under par. Basically dead on in the previous time there. And there's a lot of time to save, especially Sonic 2, but I think ActRaiser might have a little bit of time here as well. It swings in, gets cleanly through on that big jump. That's one where if you go a little too short, you're going to be landing the gravel. If you go a little too long, you're going to land on top of the tree. Probably take a couple of hits from the enemies and be just right in that sweet spot to fully optimize the drop down. And right in the boss's face here. Kurt is a little behind on pace, but making up rapidly. Gets another leg attack and gets a very strong ActRaiser time there, 49.58 seconds. That might be our best ActRaiser time that we've seen so far. We'll check all the splits later for our competitors on the different stations. We do have the speed shoes here taking up that high route, but gets knocked back by the monkey. Just slow down a little bit there. Still on the high route though. Avoids the troll spring. And some. Once again, directly on top of the previous Sonic 2 time, but because of that ActRaiser time savings, 3.2 seconds ahead. Have to knock it through backwards. We got the first bird wandering, with the second bird knocked out, third bird whipped. Looks like the fourth bird is not going to come. The skeleton is going to be really scary, but by a very tiny amount. We have a new first place time on the leaderboard. It's going to be a 2:07.63 as our new time to beat. Do we have somebody that wants to try and challenge that time? Do we have somebody that wants to try and improve their leaderboard time? We're going to have to go wrangle up from the practice area. We've had a bunch of people back there grinding out there. Good. Want to do some commentary? I'm going to go do a lot.
Sure, absolutely.
We're swapping around here.
Do some commentary.
Are you to interview me? So I'm Jair. I've been putting together this Speedrun Gauntlet for 2 years now. This is originally started by Omnigame, who has been with GDQ for a long time. We did this at PAX, which is the Penny Arcade Expo, for a couple of months. And recently been bringing this to SGDQ and HGDQ to let people here try these things out. You know, there's a lot of people here that are somewhat interested in speedrun, and so this is a great way to get them involved in our games.
Have you received any sort of feedback indicating that this is kind of has been an entry point for some people that come here because they're speedrun spectators, and this is, you know, their introduction to them giving it a try? Or what kind of feedback have you gotten around this event so far?
I mean, we've definitely had people that say that after trying a game, they're going to look into it further. Like we had a lot of people that were really excited by Illustrated Root on Genesis earlier in the week.
Okay.
Activision, surprisingly, is one that people seem to really get into when they see it. This is a game that most people have heard of. It's a very famous Super Nintendo game. You've seen pictures of it. You probably haven't played it. But once you get into it, it's like, I think I recognize that. And for this one here, I'm going to say Sonic 2 is the game that probably is going to give me the most problems. I do not have a lot of Sonic experience, but I'm willing to give it a try.
All right, very good. Well, best of luck to you out there.
Thank you.
All right, we're ready to start off here with Mega Man 2. Of course, the goal is to get through the first 2 stages of the Heatman stage. We're going with Mega Buster strats at the moment. Following the law of the iframe is able to save him here, and usually likely see item 2 come out. Height needs to be pretty precise, he gets it. So now it's down the ladder for the second screen, obviously a much shorter screen than the first. Item 3 gets him up there, and he is down and has cleared par by 6 seconds. We're moving on to accuracy.
Alright, let's see how this one goes.
First time experiences, this seems to be a very difficult challenge, especially casually, if you have no experience with the game and mechanics. Obviously not the case here. Clean kill on that tree that effectively acts as the mid-boss here.
A little bit short.
A little short of the big jump, it's still just missing a single health. Should be plenty of health for the boss fight. Sticks in a couple quick hits before the initial charge. Moving over to the right side. Gets the lightning. And now it's just a matter of out DPSing the boss. And that is par by 4.1 seconds. We're moving on to side 2.
Alright, I'm just hoping for the best.
Opting not to go for the speed dash at the end, although I've seen quite a few people end up short on that spin dash and take damage from that fish, both in the practice room and here in runs. We do have the speed shoes, but we are on the lower ramp, so no invincibility. Gets through the 2 loop-de-loops. A little bit hung up on that short ramp there. Past the troll pace and past the gold. Another clearing par by 1.2 seconds. We're moving on to Castlevania to wrap up the round here. Taking out both of the first 2 fleeting with the long whip. and goes for the boost and gets it. That is, I believe, the first boost of the tournament, unless I've missed one. Makings of a very clean Castlevania Stage 7 here. Holy water to clear out the bird. Gets the kill on year 3. That is a 5th place run. GG's. First one, right there in the top 5.
Try again.
Get up there, Zero.
Five for now.
I mean, go for it.
I can't believe I didn't know that bird pattern changed. I've never had it do nothing but let me kill it.
Thank you very much for stepping in on that commentary.
Absolutely.
Good job there.
Thank you.
Good job.
I'm glad I got a clean run there, no deaths. Sometimes I'll go and give up the demonstration run to the Speedrun Gauntlets. Don't want to give our competitors too much trouble beating my time. So 2:13. There's your time to beat.
All right.
As you can tell, those people that have a lot of mashing practice, it's just so tight watching those buster shots go out there.
Can't do it.
Works every time in practice, never works on stage.
Last team I'm in.
Augusta gets the backup there for the item 2. Down to the second screen here with the item 3s. You can tell it's a little bit more of a speedrun gauntlet as many times that we take this game off to different events. Nobody does the item 3. They always wait for the blocks. They fall in the pit 12 times. These are some very, very strong speedrunners that we got here today. I think that ducking under would be, I've never gotten a clean strategy that works every single time. It looks like going under has been more successful for our contestants than trying to jump over it. Does opt to take the health refill. And very narrowly gets over that last bramble, so it's full health going into boss here. Let's see how this goes. Alright, we got lightning. That's a good start there. We get another charge, we get another lightning attack. We get another lightning attack, and we get a 48.81 time. I'm pretty sure that is the fastest accuracy time that we've seen in the tournament here so far. Next features, we have the bounces. Not quite keeping the bounce chain going, but still very clean on the upper route, getting through there quite quickly. 24 sometimes, a little bit behind your previous time, but you have a very strong edge over our first place time, currently 2.1 seconds ahead.
It's going. Just get guest contact. Okay. So. I do have
As he stares that skeleton down,
I have 2 points in it.
and just has to get past the birds here. 2 birds to go. 1 bird to go. 1 skeleton into the pit.
You got me.
Ceiling has been doing so good on every single game. Castlevania though. The Bane.
I thought this was my best guy.
Get to start.
Still beat me.
These are the type of runs that really gives you an appreciation for how much talent you see in some of the speed runs now. They make it look so effortless going across these little tiny screens, even with all the variability that goes on. But when you try it yourself, you realize there's a lot of stuff that's happening there. And there is a 2:11 time.
Yeah.
4th place there. That is your new PB for the day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's new PB.
All right, well, hopefully we will see you back again to try and challenge that first place time there.
Clean run gets it for you.
Yeah, if I don't have to deal with the birds or the skeleton.
Every
It's
run.
crazy. They have to deal with that in the run. Like, what do they do?
And let's see, who do we have up next?
And his title.
Oh, Peter is
He's gone.
Peter is still going for it.
Yes.
We see if Zero can get a deathless run through there. Probably on pace for something like a 2:01 time on there. We might get a sub 2 by the time that we wrap up this tournament here. So there is definitely time to save in a bunch of these games. There's that M2, very good height for it. We got a couple of pixels of leeway, but it is deceptively tighter than it looks. Getting across there for it. Very clean, maybe going to there. 34 seconds. Definitely the toughest game in terms of survival for this set of 4. You wouldn't think that a first game mode would be so hard, but this is professional mode for actors. This is normally unlocked after you beat the game for the first time. So it throws you right into the action segment with all your power. The enemies are also pretty powerful here as well. It does seem like we're going to have 1 pip of health coming off here for the boss, but still in very good shape. The right hand side position good into there. Does have the lightning attack going, so we're ahead of pace for fighting this boss. Second lightning attack, that's going to be good enough. And that's going to be 4.5 seconds under par. Dead even with our current leaderboard time. So he's going to come down to Sonic 2 in Castlevania. I got a little quick dash through the speed gates by the way. It looks like it shouldn't work, but what you realize in Sonic games is a lot of things should work. And that is what makes these games really fun to watch from speedruns for. Alright, 29 seconds. You got some time to make up here in Castlevania, but we know it can be done. By those gremlins. It's given our competitors a lot of trouble with that last gremlin, especially trying to get up to those jumps. And therefore our second screen bird, number 3 is down, number 4 is looking like it's behaving. The skeleton is falling out with a 2:10 time. Coming in with a new 5th place best. I mean, if you want to go up,
I think
and get some redemption in some of these games.
I gotta try to get a clean one in. I think a clean one, I'll be satisfied.
At this point, it is very tough to get onto our leaderboard. 2:34 is a fairly good time already, and we're just going to see that continue to crawl down here as the night goes on. Those mega drops are always scary. You have to think, do I have a refill? Is it going to freeze me in place when I go in lava? But luckily the answer is no, and we'll go back up here across. Screen number 1 here onto screen number 2. Only on to ActRaiser. Second, a couple of lava pit deaths. I think Mega Man 2 has been a game that a lot of people come in here with some familiarity with and been able to pick up and manage to get some fairly optimized strats on. And it's definitely a game where you can kind of at least seek to emulate what the world record performances type to do. But after as actors, you just want to hold on for dear life. Grab those apples. We have a good fight against this boss here. Let's take 1 hit on the bee or the bird. I can't quite tell what that is. Looks very angry though. He's been down 4 pips. That is 2 hits less on this boss. So need to have hopefully a good time with some lightning coming out. Doesn't get lightning, gets a second charge going across there. Manages to knock the boss out. You can interrupt that boss charge, which allows you to get through it a little bit less damage. Get this one all the way through. Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Taking a second crack at it. That centaur is pretty good. Just tank through that first stage, which is totally fun to get full refills in this game. New poultry partial health refills for accuracy. Only the finest full apples. And the top half of there, 1 different health down, it's 1 less hit on the boss. But still in very good shape against the 2 intro hits. Over to the right hand side, trying to stay up in the boss's face, which does block that lightning attack down more often. It's not guaranteed it's safe, but it does seem like it's very, very common lightning if you were right up close to it.
Nope.
And almost got one more try of it. Let's see how that actraiser goes. This game does have score in it. A lot of early Super Nintendo games, it's about when this concept was dying out to really keep the arcade heritage of getting high scores in games. We're up for the backup refill. Does mean that we got full health going in here to the boss. And a good 2-hit start there. Let's get a little bit squirrely. Does knock it out of the charge. When you go into a turn like this, being in the boss's hitbox means that you do take a lot of damage. This game very unforgiving on iframes. And almost down to our last swing, but there will be redemption yet.
I don't know. I think it's time to walk away for a little bit.
We're going to practice setting it back there that you can work on. We got Z-Wing sitting there. Z-Wing, are you going to go and try and beat Peter's time?
I'm trying.
You did a deathless run. You have been.
Yeah, I definitely
6
feel
seconds
that.
ahead.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. That last screen at Castlevania is awful. Like, how they deal with that? I'm like, that's like middle of the game, isn't it?
That is
That's a long way.
level 3 of many levels to go. It is a really fun speed, but it does have some tough moments. And what might be our top leaderboard time in the making here. A little bit lower this time for damage. Let's see if that helps out. Got about halfway across.
Yeah, that is so tight.
And maybe a little bit higher there, so we'll take the back up for the second platform as well. Alright, still solid time, 35 seconds on Mega Man. I don't think going for that item to really cost you much, so as long as you don't fall in lava, not a big deal, go for it. It's a new nature here in Operator. Let's see how Zero does on the boss. But I do good. That's 6 pips out. That's 3 hits. It is survivable. But needs to be clean out of this boss fight. Gets a good spot in the back there. We do have the lightning attack going, so we are getting some retaliation hits in return. But unfortunately, that 6 damage coming in was a little bit too much. Gonna have to try again with life 2. For that lower B strap that seems to be slightly faster and more consistent through there. And being bold, skipping that health. There is a backup health with the second tree, but skips that one as well. Gonna come in here with -2 pips. Let's see if this fight goes better this time. A charge there for the second attack. And a charge for the third attack. Here's where it's pretty dangerous and unfortunate. The charges are going to be too much. Give one more shot.
Yeah, I thought it was
Show us how Actrazer's done. This is going to be tough to get the world record on that Castlevania. But it's good practice. Alright, so we got a good start here. Down 2 pips. Again, being aggressive on health. Which it feels like 2 or 4 down is still very consistently survivable. Once you get past that, you can get some bad patterns, but we're getting the great pattern here with a lightning attack. Double lightning attack, that is perfect. And that is, actors are done. 3.9 seconds under fire. And you've been probably the best so far in Sonic 2 that I've seen in that practice area. So let's see how we do here. I would say maybe not quite the optimal strength. But has a really good back and forth. Still gets the speed shoes. I get the middle route here now. I am pretty sure I saw Sonic clip into several walls doing that. It's going to be Sonic 2 dead. 38 seconds on that one. We still have Castlevania to go. We'll see if this is the cleanest one that you got for Castlevania.
Sure will be.
Been getting better. We've got the gremlins here at the start. We've got the birds and Scream too. Let's see what happens. The first bird, we got the first step up and down, second bird on the stairs, third bird whipped, fourth bird behaving, and skeleton. Looks like skeleton behaving as well.
There we go.
There you go. That's all you have to do for Castlevania. Gauntlet has been cleared 236 time, will not place in the top 10 button. There are more opportunities to go in areas. Peter Afro. Getting a workout and going back and forth between the practice station and being up here trying to improve that 207 time. Let's see if we get the first solo 2 on that leaderboard. I think our best case so far has been a 2 over. So it seems like sub 2 should be possible. So really good. Rush jet going class there. On to screen number 2. Very strong, 34-second time on Mega Man. Tough game to get super consistent on, but our competitors, they've been really grinding this one out. So far, Actors are going pretty strong. Look, it's a nice clean jump there. That is a tricky jump. Trying to thread that needle in between. Just being a little bit too short, a little bit too long. Boss here. It's on the right hand side. Opting not to take a heavy damage boost through, but instead waiting for that first charge to complete. Gets a nice light attack. It is going to get a second charge here, so that's going to be a 51-second time on Actors, but still very strong overall. 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds behind our top time there. And there's some wild differences depending on whether you're playing a Genesis game or not. Up on the top rope, it's a nice bounce on those bumps. A very solid 27-second time there on Sonic 2. Still in behind, 1.6 seconds to make up here. Needs to have a very clean Castlevania playthrough. No gremlin problems. Just rips that gremlin, doesn't want to even see it. It's a strong first screen. Second screen here now to deal with the birds. Hybrid there, but manages to recover. Goes being frisky and narrowly clears out our leaderboard best time. That is a new record for our Gauntlet today, 2:06.08. I see Zero coming back here. I see someone that is determined to get redemption.
I just want a clean run.
I'm going to go do this. I need to go run this in the practice area. Get over here. So why don't you go and show us how it's done. This is really curious you commentary. Put your own commentary in here. Good luck, Zero.
Alright, thank you.
Our practice area has been sorted out. I am back. And we'll see what we get. What is going to be the most amazing Gauntlet time in this entire event so far? Oh, there's the good bounces. There's the really good bounces. Gotta get back up there for the recovery and got a 21-second Sonic 2 time. I have never gotten a 21-second Sonic time. That is really impressive.
Big birds.
Okay, 6-second lead. This could be a sub 2-minute run on this Gauntlet. As with a 20-second bonus for being deathless, so has to get through here without taking a death. We have one screen to go. There's the burner down, watered. There's the skeleton whipped. Squeeze that last bird in.
Come on. Yes, thank you.
Through.
There we go.
Like
Sub 2.
We have a new first place time on the Gauntlet leaderboard.
Oh my goodness.
Our first sub 2 by Zealand. Congratulations on that run. 1:58.61. That is a really good time.
That's gonna be tough. You up for it, Peter?
And for some of the contains leaving down.
You got this, Peter.
Peter is the one that has been putting up some really consistently good times. A lot of times under 2:10, which, again, amazingly good. Ooh, menuing flub there. But you want to try again? We'll let you get in another attempt here. So the second person to get under 2 minutes by the end of this event. It's a little bit low, and I'm just going to take a back at the cross there. Heather's getting this screen on lockdown. The fast ladder drops, something that once you point out to people, all you have to do is be neutral on the D-pad, press the jump button, then you're going to let go of that ladder. Drops right on down there, super fast. But you're not crazy. There is no go fast button. This is the slog game. When we put together these gauntlet sets, there's a goal to try and mix up a couple different game types between different platforms, between different game styles. We've had a bunch of puzzle games this week, including Tetris and Dr. Mario. I think everybody was really glad that we did not have Tetris or Dr. Mario in the final gauntlet. Those are challenging to change your brain around. You're used to a whole bunch of action platformers. In all the games, actors are the most combat heavy here with this boss. He's got one more charge in him, and unfortunately, going down to the boss. All right, Peter is going to give up on that one. And we got somebody new here, so come on over here.
I'll give it a shot.
Introduce yourself. Tell us about your gauntlets, goals, and plans.
Hi, I'm Seth Highwind. I've been dabbling about with this throughout the entire con when I've not been doing like cam ops or helping out with the Crusoe Live and stuff like that. All these games on here I've had experience with. Castlevania is probably the weakest for me since I'm more in line with like Super Castlevania 4 or even like Castlevania Bloodlines on the Genesis. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give this a try and just see what happens.
Is there any preparation that you did to grind Castlevania here and improve? Or are you just going to hope for the best?
Hope for the best, just kind of like pay attention to what other people have done and kind of utilize that as a good like training tool to say, cool, I could probably do this as well.
Well, there's been a lot of good strategy to be seen so far. Let's see what you do on the gauntlet here. Good luck. The new challenger hands against the gauntlet stage. Stepping up here with Megan. Definitely somebody that's got some mashing experience. You can see just mowing those enemies down, no problem, Buster. Does have to kill a lot of enemies going across there. That doesn't cause any delays as far as I know, but it does mean that you get more enemies spawning in. Of course, depending on where those locations are, can be advantageous or not. Using the item 2 scrap going across there on to screen number 2 here for the item 3. And gets the super quick jump up there. That's a little bit more complicated than just letting it pop out for getting through and then hopping on top. Do a little one through motion, see if there's any of the time there. Yeah, there's so many people that have trouble with ActRaiser. This is what separates out a lot of runners. Good so far on the first half up to the boss. Seeing no significant issues. Does pick up the refill health there and does go for a jump. Very clean get across there. Second tree. A little bit of a bother getting onto the other branch, but only one hit of health damage. That is one less hit getting back on the boss. That's everything this boss does is multiples of 2. One hit is as good as 2 on the start of this one here. Just a little bit ahead with the lightning coming out. Can we do it? Oh, one that's swing away so close. Gonna have to go to our second life here. Predators do have 2 extra life in Gauntlet for each one they have at the end of their run. That's a 10-second bonus. So all of our times have been with that bonus time included. See how the second try goes here. So 2 hits down again, only 1 hit go. Difference on the boss with that. Gets both hits in at the start. And gets a very clean first charge there. Keeping well ahead on health this time. So looking for a conservative play for tackling this boss. And easily gets through there. 53-second time. Plenty of health will favor on that second try. So now on to Sonic 2. This one has impressed me watching people chain together all the jumps going across there. So you have a lot of memorization about where the enemies are going to be later on in the level. And here we have going through the middle section, going up to the top section. As the troll sprung a 29-second time, very strong time on Sonic 2 there. With that 50,000 point time bonus for finishing under 30 seconds on Sonic 2. Now we'll see how the original Castlevania goes. So far, very good first spring here. Get the bird down, no problem. Look at that triple shot and taking the third bird to the face. We've seen a couple of people have some trouble with that bird. It is an angry bird. It is a bird that is out for blood. It is a bird that has taken many people to the grave. Gremlin out of the way. Get the bones down. Skeleton's running. One last try for screen number 2 here. This time getting both birds with the water. As a good bone at their end.
I'll take it.
As a 2:43, congratulations on clearing that gauntlet. It is tough.
Oh man. I'm happy with that.
Good job, looking forward to it. If you ever want to come back here, we'll be running for probably another 45 or so minutes on the gauntlet. Make sure I check that time. Yep, about 40 minutes to go on Zooing.
There are more people might not just.
I see you
It's
there.
just once you do that, it's like, geez, everything got nailed. Like
I mean,
I'm cooling down right now.
you can sit there with 158, but I know Peter's not going to sit there, and I know Peter.
I don't know if I want to.
It's going up there right now.
I might have to. Oh, you're not wasting any time. Oh no, you're not.
Peter and Zooey have been going back and forth on this gauntlet all week long. We've set some of our individual best times for the days. Mega Man 2 another try here. At this point, our top competitors really can't afford to take any deaths here. Those 10-second penalties, just too much to overcome with clean gameplay. They're going to get through all 4 of these games deathless. There's our item 2 going across. Gets a good height for that. No problems clearing both platforms over there. No problems getting up there with the fast item 3, 34 seconds out on Mega Man. Going to be 10.9 seconds in the car end. Slightly ahead of our first place time right now. And afterwards, we get through the first screen, no problems. All 3 of us. I haven't seen a lot of people get that first hit cleanly on there. Trying to get a swing in mid-air as you're hopping across from the left-hand side. Saves you 1 jump up there. And jump down to the lower platform, looking really strong. Onto the second tree hand, no issues. And has full health going into the boss here. 2 swings at the start. Can take a little bit of a bigger step back there, but gets the lightning attack for the follow-up. Which is going to have a charge there for attack number 3, so 52 seconds overall, still competitive, but a half second behind our leader now. And there's Sonic. This game has a lot of room for improvement still. There's those speed shoes with bounces. Looks like we are not going to get the bounces, but we're still in the upper round. So this is the fastest path through the level. That is good enough for a 24 on Sonic 2. Still only 3.5 seconds back of our leader. Very, very close going into Castlevania for our final game. I'd like to see how much time there is to make up on this one. Gremlin cowboy. That gremlin is mean, but so are these birds. Screen number 2. And that second bird in the back, third bird no problem, fourth bird no problem. The bones. The bones are good. Second place overall, very good performance there. 205 is your best time today, Peter.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't played 2 of these games, and
Coming up here, we'll do a little interview and introduce you before you do your playthrough.
alright. I mean, the first one, I know what I'm doing.
Alright, so we got a new competitor here facing Gauntlet for the first time. Let's see how we get through here. Mega Man 2 going for the Curve Buster strats. It does try to dodge around that health pickup. You really don't want a health or energy refill in midair in this game. You just lose all the momentum, and over top of all of that is a super dangerous state to be in. I'm not going for the item 2, which means you have to get up here on these platforms. The little spring guys really chasing you back and forth. Somebody's up deceptively hard getting around there. And now to the second screen. Let's see if we do the blocks or if we do item 3. So it's going to be.
I don't even know the pattern offhand.
Going to be the blocks.
This is just, the challenge is just beating it.
Completing with Gauntlet is a victory in its own right. Get walled in by these blocks. Almost there. That first block hit me up on top of it so fast to make the second block cycle. There we go. And there is Mega Man 2 then.
Only 47 seconds for fire.
On to ActRaiser. This one has given our competitors some runs for their money. basically about activations. The first half of the stage, you can pretty much take as much damage as you need to get through here. There are times where you're trying to completely optimize things, but for this one, you're good to go.
Is there a big jump?
For this one, you gotta get that mini boss killed out. There are 3 hits on the tree.
Okay, I see.
There we go, on to the second half of ActRaiser, stage 1.
Never played this game.
There's a health refill right here that's useful to grab. From here, it's going to be good luck on getting across to the boss. Try to get as much health saved as you possibly can. So you can arrive at the tree hands, which allows you to get across things more easily. But the boss here is a challenge. So, good luck on the centaur. So far, doing pretty good. Dodging all those lightning attacks. Has one more hit, and unfortunately goes down. There's 1 life down, and still have 2 more tries at it. You're learning so far about how ActRaiser works. Much faster first half of that level already. So expect to see that health get picked up here. Hopefully a little bit more health going into the boss than this. Takes the platform slide down. This is a bit safer. Just gonna jump over that monkey at the end. Let's see how you go on the tree hands there. There we go. Couple of bramble hits, so we're 5 pips down. That's 3 less hits on the boss. Good luck. Taking it safe, actually getting ahead in terms of health by doing this. As the boss looped around there. And there's another charge coming in. Just a handful more hits to go. And there we go, ActRaiser is down. That is really good for somebody that has not played ActRaiser before to figure that one out.
I'm just paying attention.
Now for Sonic 2, we'll see how you do here. This one is a really great introduction in terms of giving you all mechanics of Sonic games in a very short span without overwhelming in terms of difficulty. So you can kind of navigate through, decide which of these pathways feels best. And as long as you hold the reins, you're probably in good shape. Alright, past the midway checkpoint here.
Oh, you just hold it up.
Taking loops around. So he gets up to the top path. Opts to go for the bottom. Yeah, opts to go for the bottom path there.
Don't look at me.
The last bit here. One round ends. We are through Sonic 2, now Castlevania. The original NES Castlevania. You got 1 stage. Stage 7 complete. Alright, so the first gremlin is gone. That's good. Second gremlin's gone. That'll hopefully keep from too much comboing happening. There's all the gremlins out of the way. Bone is still frisky. Bone is also dealt with, so we are 1 screen away. We're finishing the gauntlet here. That screen's got a lot of birds on it. It's got the skeleton end.
There you go.
And it's got a gauntlet completion. Congratulations on clearing that.
Thank you.
I'll
take. It was slow, but I got it.
Let's come over here. I want to give you a little shout out for that performance.
Thank you.
So, sit down here, tell us about who you are and what got you interested in trying the Speedrun Gauntlet today.
I was here and I saw what was happening. That's basically the rationale. I mean, I like Wingman 2 and I like Castlevania, and then the other two I like to play. I'm a Nintendo guy, I guess. And I don't know, I'm here. I'm basically just here because I'm living in the area and I like video games, so.
That's awesome, because coming up here without having practiced those games, that is a really impressive thing getting through the gauntlet.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And this is exactly why we have things like the Speedrun Gauntlet. People, you know, if they're interested in speedrunning, if they've thought about trying it, they've been putting it off, well, now you get to speedruns. You got a couple levels in here. We've seen a whole bunch of strats during this week. You got a time on the leaderboard. You want to keep on competing for it? We've got.
No, not on the top 10.
Let's pass the top 10. We have a leaderboard in our house that has you on it.
Yeah, probably last place, but yeah. Is this streamed? How does this work?
So we're going to be recording this and it'll be on our stream later on. But you can go back to the practice area if you want to grind on these games. You're free to go and compete with Gauntlet some more. Maybe Zealing is going to go up there and try and beat that 158 time. We'll see how things go. You've got 25 minutes left. So coming down between you and Peter, it's looking
I'll
like
give him
for
first
this
dibs,
competition.
just so that he can get more chances. But if he doesn't come up, I'll waste time.
I mean, you'd have to run really fast.
I'm
So
competitive, you know. Wasting time.
good luck.
is
Thank you
good.
very much for coming out here today.
You wanna go next year?
All right, another competitor, come down here. Tell us about yourself.
I'm NPC and I'm only allowed to play bad video games. So I don't know how I'm going to do against good video games. So this is going to be a new experience for me.
Well, of these 4 games, is there one that calls out to your heart first?
How about this? There is one game on here that I have actually speedrun. Do you want to try and guess what it is after this?
I'm hoping it's accurate, but we will see. Go up there and give us a performance. NPC is going to give this gauntlet a go.
Watch me completely butcher what I was going to say.
Good luck.
You got this, NPC?
First game here, Megan, already mashing that buster out. Definitely has some mashing skills, so we can see that that is a practice talent.
I'll flip that almost.
Takes it a little bit safer. That health drop is super scary when it comes down. And he's a little bit late on that item too. It's okay, you got 2 extra lives here. Allows you to retry some of these stages if you need to. Alright, more confidence on the jumps this time. Going across here to see where the energy gets deployed this time. Alright, let's be up to at least the first platform. Yeah, gets the hop for the backup. Goes across the second platform and on to the second screen of Mega Man. A bit of a head bump there on the bottom of the item 3. Gets up this time and gets a 45-40 on Mega Man 2. Next up is Actraiser. This is the game that's given our competitors probably the toughest runs. Well, we just saw something. We've never played Actraiser, finish it on the first try and go through this gauntlet, so it can definitely be done. So our mini boss here, cutting off his head. On to the second half. The free refill of health makes this a lot safer going through that. I'm taking the upper route there, down to the tree section. Let's see how you do here. 4 pips of health off, that's going to be 2 fewer hits that you can take at the boss. And 2 swings in. You're already slightly ahead of pace. This is largely a race between your health and the boss's health. So So you can keep an eye on the top of the screen, see how our runner is doing, and see that that was very nice to do. 55 seconds on Activision, keeping right on those par times so far.
Because yeah, video game golf, I'm like, real life, I'm like, having 2 over par.
7-2 looks like we're going to be on the bottom route this time around. Hopefully get a ring there. So long as you get a ring, you're mostly safe in Sonic games. You can still fall bits, you can still get crushed by things, but enemies are not going to end you. We'll go past our midway checkpoint. Dude, what looks like? I think that was almost a middle section, but instead opts take the springs to the top section. Oh, and gets caught by the troll spring. That spring is pretty good. 54 seconds on Sonic 2, but the important thing is, you have made it to the final game in the Gauntlet. Here is Castlevania for the NES. So Walker the Gremlins. That gremlin is doing its thing. Sometimes it just likes to do that. And the sixth jumps off the staircase. One more try going up there. And if you continue holding up on those staircases, this time to walk down Gremlin, we're going to stay down there. Let's see how this goes. Alright, some runs are down. This is getting very chaotic on the screen, but we're past the skeleton's end. With a 3 out there, we've got a Gauntlet for NPC. Congratulations.
Thank you. What, did you guess which one?
I mean, it seems like your Mega Man 2 was the one that you were the strongest on for the Mastering for.
Castlevania was actually
Castlevania. Well, there you go. Peter is just going to go and try and grind this out at this point. I think 6.5 seconds separating our top 2 competitors right now. Peter has had a number of times in the sub 210 range. And the item to head the crosshair. Alright, good first screen there. Mega Man 2 is one that people have gotten pretty consistent on with those 30 points for our top runners. These are still coming down to how this boss goes. And there's a little bit of RNG depending on whether you get the charge attack or the lightning attack. You can try and bait out the lightning attack, which is generally more favorable. It seems like nobody's gotten entirely consistent on getting all lightnings all the time. There's our health refill. Good, clean jump down there from that first upper deck. Great time at the trees. Usually have to do a little bit of delay there to make onto that second tree head. Not Peter, he just goes. There's going down on the Centaur has capable lightning, but then into a charge attack that will leave a little bit of time for that. 52 seconds overall. 0.1 behind our first place time currently. Sonic 2, could this be the game? Alright, take the spring there into the dash ladder. Start the rolls. Alright. Doesn't have the insect bounces across, but does keep up on that top level. It should be good enough for around a 25-second time. Yeah, 25:36 on Sonic. 4 seconds back, and this This is still on PB pace for you, Peter. Still a good Castlevania. Just having to whip through those gremlins, make sure they're not going to be a problem chasing after later. And onto the final screen here. Second screen of stage 7. These birds are where you really get introduced to the Castlevania pets. But there's no problem here. There is a second place position. Music there. Congratulations on that time there. Let's see what the final time is for you. It is a 2:03.41 on that playthrough. Who's up next?
Zeb's going at it again.
All right, we've got somebody that has some unfinished business with the Speedrun Gauntlet today. Good luck. Ready to begin when ready. Alright, so far a good start to Mega Man 2 here. This first screen, all about just being very careful not to fall in the lava. It's actually very advantageous having those enemies rather than use them for some decently nice invulnerability frames getting across there. On this second screen we've got a little bit of an item 3 mishap. Just has to wait for that to expire. Try again on it.
No. Dang it.
Place and jump. There you go. Got on the try there. 50 seconds on Mega Man 2, but still lots of time to make up in this gauntlet overall. ActRaiser up next. And this is the one game where you just feel accomplished finishing this without taking a death. Pretty good on the first half of the stage. That's that full health refill. Does take the jump down and makes it really good. Running of the node there. On the tree, misses the second hand, so that's going to be one fewer hit that you can take on the centaur. But here we go. Equal health, 2 versus 2 down. And as long as you stay ahead, you will. Very nice. 50 seconds on there. That's a pretty strong ActRaiser time. Sonic 2 up next. I think this is a spot where our competitors still have a couple of seconds to squeeze out. To take those speed shoes, probably going to be looking for that up around here. But falls down to the bottom. This is still recovery. Get back up to those paths. Taking the springs, there's a small time loss, but it's a cleaner route here going up the top. Makes it over the troll spring. 3 games in. Currently. You're a little bit underpowered for the entire gauntlet. So a good finish here on Castlevania. The hard time is 35 seconds. Definitely possible to clear that. Everything staying on that platform there, not getting knocked back by bones. On to screen number 2. There's the red water. There is the bone whips. We've got a couple of birds left to go. And like you are in good shape. Scary times there at the end, but a successful gauntlet completion. Congratulations on making it through there. 2:27 is going to be your time for that one.
That's a PB.
And that is a new PB for this runner here. Who is up next to challenge the gauntlet? So are you still holding that 158? You feel confident?
I don't think I can do better than that. After that Sonic 2, that's it.
But it might be time to see if Peter, are you ready to try and get the first place time. You've got a 2:03 right now. You are 5 seconds away from passing Zeeling for first place. Good luck. That's a very strong action here on Mega Man 2. Just busting out those lemons. And taking the fast item 2 route here. Let's see if we get the first clean one. Almost. That was really close getting across there. Still has the item 2 for getting to the platform though. So we get a good item 3 climbing up this wall here. Overall strong Mega Man time, over 34-second time there.
Or maybe later, I don't know.
Staying well under par and just a little tiny bit ahead of our first place run so far.
Yeah, 'cause the last AGDQ I ran was almost 10 years ago at this point.
Here on that race, we got our first screen mini boss. No problems there getting that guy's head cut off. We're in the second half. It's going to come down to the Centaur boss. I think the last couple times Peter has given us a try. Centaur has gotten a charge in after the initial lightning attack. So that could be the difference on this run. It's one swing in on the intro that will be, looks like, lightning for the second attack, so doing good there. We're ahead of pace. But again, getting that charge in. Going to be a 52-second time. All actors are 1.3 seconds back of our top leaderboard time now. Side 2, we've got the speed shoes. Looks like we've got a clean upper route going on here. It's so important to stay on this upper route as much as you can. Overall movement optimized for 25 seconds for the Sonic 2 time. So I think it's going to be our last game in here. We'll see if Peter can get a new PB again. Last time up, we did get that 2:03 time for second place overall on the leaderboard. Taking it safe on those gremlins, making sure that you don't get bounced around and pinballed there. And on the second screen, let's see how we do versus the birds. They're looking good. We've got one skeleton to go. That skeleton can sometimes throw a really troll bone there, but third place overall, a 2:05 time. And we'll have an opportunity for a handful more attempts at the Speedrun Gauntlet. It is wide open to anyone that wants to go ahead and give it a try as we close things out here.
You could just keep having my turn if you want.
If you want to give Peter your turn, Zero,
Yeah, I'll do that. You can just play.
we will give Peter the opportunity to try and beat it. He's got 8 minutes to go for getting a new leaderboard time. Yeah, we'll close this off at 6:45 p.m. So good enough to get probably 3 more cracks at it. Zeroing is holding steady at that 1:58 time. Has challenged Peter with our remaining time here in the Speedrun Gauntlet to try and beat that.
A bit less than in the past, but yeah.
Good luck, Peter. We'll see if you are able to get a new PB here, maybe even a new Gauntlet record. We'll see if anybody gets this other 2-stack right across. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Well, we know it's possible. chain all together. I think at this point, Zero's got a big lead on Sonic 2. That is carrying our first place tie currently. Let's see if Peter can unseal it.
Yeah, the category I was running at the time, easiest place to hide is
Alright, there's that item 2 again. Stays on there despite the hit. And there's a little bit of tech involved with getting those initial enemies spotted just the right way to have a little opening there to make that work. But good luck to make it through the first half of Mega Man 2 and overall 34 second time. It's a very low 34. One of our better Mega Man 2 runs for the day.
has absolutely nothing to do with content. They beat me
And we've got this Actraiser playthrough. Full refill there. Take a little bit damage there coming off from the jump. That's a little bit early on the jump if you land those brambles. Well, only one pit down. Shouldn't have a problem with this boss here. Just has to make sure that you have a good clean burn during the lightning phases. So get a charge here in the second attack. There's lightning going past there, and there is a 51 second Actraiser time. Staying ahead of our first place on the leaderboard by 0.6 seconds.
I enjoy the new line.
Executor is still up there on that top right. And the stride falls another 24 second Sonic time there.
Familiar with the Heart series at all?
I think 21 seconds has been our best Sonic 2 time. There's always been weather time going across there. Here's where there is a tiny bit of time to save on Castlevania. First screen is clear, second screen is very full of birds. Peter's doing good, and do we have a new PB 201 for Peter?
Come, Peter. Bang.
It is a new PB for Peter, but still a tiny bit behind Z-Wing here. You got one more run left in you. Make this one big. The push for first place. Just escaping. That was a very bold jump right there at the end, going under the enemy. Usually fall off. We try to finesse the height there.
Yeah, it's over.
All right, Peter. Good job on competing in your 201.68, your best time. Z-Wing, come on down here. Congratulations on being our Speedrun Gauntlet champion, 1:58.61.
Yep.
The final time now. Tell us how you managed to grind out 4 games that you have
Yeah, I've never
never done any of these speedruns before.
I mean, I just used to practice computer, and I mean the practice with all those things, and just tried. I mean, I'm in the Mega Man community, so I know some stuff. I know nothing about Actraiser, but you know, collaborating with everybody else here, like somebody would do one thing, and I'd be like, huh, that seems interesting. So it was pretty much a group effort by everybody who was on there. Sonic 2, I think we had GTA show us how it was done, and it was like ridiculous. I mean, I managed to actually get it in this, which I think that was my only win condition. Like, I needed something like that in order to beat you, because he had the advantage on me on Mega Man 2 easily. And Castlevania, I mean, it's good as long as you don't have to deal with the birds.
Definitely had some struggle with that second screen a bit, but the rest of that gauntlet,
Yep.
very, very good performance going across there.
Yeah.
For the entire week, what was your kind of highlight for what you saw here?
The Speedrun Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, having a 0-1 for one is like, I mean, that's like an understood
They
highlight.
may have been slightly biased as the
Yeah, very
F-Zero here
biased.
at AGDQ this year, but
But I mean, like, I did like the games I were selected. Like, some of them I was bad at, like absolutely bad. But then there were some that was like enough to pique my interest that like it hooked me enough that like maybe I want to try these when I get home. Maybe I want to look into like Ackery. I love it. As clunky as it was, and you know, it was fun.
cool. Thank you very much for coming out here. I want to thank all of the competitors that worked today. You can see this leaderboard is pretty tight at the end of our Speedrun Gauntlet session. We've been leaving these up for 24 hours here at AGDQ for people to go and put their times in. But in the span of only 2.5 hours, we got our top 10 completely filled with times that are better than mine. So definitely strong performances all around. And congratulations once again to our Speedrun Gauntlet champion for APT 2024.
Thank you.
And next, we will be shutting down our Speedrun Gauntlet, but there will probably be some more tournaments coming in later in the evening, as well as panels and other awesome activities here at AGDQ. So thank you, everybody.
Appreciate it.